Most people think fat loss only happens during workouts or strict dieting every day. But your body actually burns fat most powerfully while you are asleep at night. What you do before bed determines whether you burn fat or store it overnight. One habit in this video helped people lose 6 times more fat than placebo. No extreme dieting was involved. No extra exercise. Just simple, science-backed nighttime habits that work. Welcome to Real Health Logic, your source for evidence-based health insights. Let us begin now. The first thing you must understand is that sleep controls your fat-burning hormones completely. Without the right sleep, your hormones go off balance, and your body holds on to fat. Research shows the lowest body fat appears in people sleeping 8 to 8.5 hours. Sleeping below 7 hours increases body fat by roughly 1.2% per lost hour. But sleeping more than 8.5 hours is also not helpful for fat loss. Body fat starts climbing again when you oversleep, so the sweet spot is very specific. You need exactly 8 to 8.5 hours every single night for best results. Sleep quality matters just as much as the total number of hours you get nightly. Deep sleep, also called slow-wave sleep, is when your body actually burns stored fat. Growth hormone is released during deep sleep, and that is when real fat burning happens. Without deep sleep, fat burning slows down even if your diet and workouts are perfect. After age 45, deep sleep becomes harder to reach because melatonin drops naturally with age. You must protect deep sleep by winding down earlier and keeping a consistent nightly routine always. Lowering lights and shutting off screens before bed helps your body shift into deep sleep faster. Your body runs on a rhythm, and consistency is what keeps that rhythm working properly overnight. You cannot make up lost sleep on weekends because the damage from irregular sleep stays real. Now let us talk about bedtime consistency, because it directly controls your fat-burning hormones every night. Going to bed at the same time every night regulates melatonin, cortisol, and insulin levels well. Cortisol is your stress hormone, and when elevated it causes your body to store more fat. Insulin tells your body to store fat when it stays elevated, especially during your sleep window. One study showed that varying bedtime by more than 90 minutes increased body fat by 3%. That happened even when total sleep hours stayed exactly the same between the two groups studied. Irregular sleep throws off your internal clock, which then throws off your hormones significantly every night. The fix is simple. Set a sleep alarm at night, not just your morning alarm daily. Keep both your bedtime and your wake time within a 60-minute window every single day. Do this even on weekends, because your body does not understand the concept of weekend recovery. This one habit alone can lower body fat without changing your diet or exercise at all. Now let us talk about your bedroom temperature, because it plays a surprising role in fat loss. Cooler rooms do not just feel better at night. They are scientifically proven to support fat burning. In one study, people sleeping in 66-degree rooms saw a 42% increase in brown fat. Brown fat is the type that actually burns calories, unlike white fat which simply stores energy passively. Those same participants also saw a 10% boost in overnight fat burning, just from temperature alone. Your body has to work harder to stay warm in a cool room, which activates fat burning. Cooler temperatures also help you reach deeper sleep stages, which further amplifies overnight growth hormone release naturally. If your room is too hot, you toss and turn and stay stuck in light sleep stages. Light sleep means less growth hormone and significantly less fat burning throughout the entire night overall. Aim for around 66 degrees Fahrenheit at night for the best fat-burning sleep environment. Do not go below 64 degrees because extremely cold rooms can actually disrupt your sleep quality. Temperatures below 60 degrees have been shown to raise blood pressure and cause nighttime waking episodes frequently. If you feel too cold, wear socks to bed. That small warmth helps stabilize your body temperature. Use breathable sheets and keep one foot outside the covers if you tend to sleep hot regularly. Next, let us talk about light in your bedroom, because it directly shuts down fat-burning mode. Even small amounts of light in your room can trick your brain into thinking it is daytime. When your brain thinks it is daytime, it stops producing melatonin, and deep sleep becomes impossible quickly. A major study followed 43,000 women for nearly 6 years and found something very alarming. Women sleeping with a TV or light on were 22% more likely to gain weight. They were also 33% more likely to become overweight and 17% more likely to be obese. This happened independently of diet and exercise, meaning light alone caused those significant fat gain outcomes directly. Use blackout curtains to eliminate outside light from streetlights, cars, and early morning sunlight coming through windows. Cover or unplug any electronics that glow at night, including clocks, chargers, and standby indicator lights always. If you need a night light for bathroom trips, use a red or amber-colored bulb instead. Red light wavelengths have far less impact on melatonin suppression compared to white or blue light sources. Keep the night light near the floor, not at eye level, and use a motion-activated timer always. If blackout curtains are not an option in your home, a sleep mask works very effectively too. Now let us talk about blue light from screens because it causes serious hormonal damage before bed nightly. Blue light from phones, tablets, televisions, and LED bulbs suppresses melatonin just like sleeping with lights on. One study exposed adults to 3 hours of blue light before bed and measured their insulin response carefully. Insulin resistance increased by 19%, and blood sugar spiked by 14 milligrams per deciliter in one night. That means your metabolism shifted toward fat storage just from evening screen time in a single session. Shut off all screens at least 60 to 90 minutes before bed, including phones, TVs, and laptops. If you must use a screen, enable night shift mode in your settings to filter blue light automatically. You can also wear blue light blocking glasses while watching television or using your phone in evenings. Swap bright overhead lighting for warm amber or red bulbs, especially in your bedroom and bathroom at night. That simple lighting change in your home can meaningfully improve sleep depth and overnight fat-burning results significantly. Now let us discuss meal timing, because when you eat your last meal changes everything about overnight fat burning. In a controlled study, people ate the exact same dinner, but at different times during the evening. The group eating at 10 at night burned 10% less fat compared to those eating at 6. Their blood sugar levels were 15 to 20 points higher while sleeping than the early dinner group was. They also experienced a 30 to 50% spike in cortisol, the primary fat storage hormone in humans. Same food, same calories, completely different fat-burning outcomes just based on the timing of that meal alone. Late-night eating keeps insulin elevated during sleep, which blocks your body from entering fat-burning mode completely. Close the kitchen at least 3 hours before bed. Earlier than that is even better for results. If you struggle with nighttime snacking, this change alone can dramatically improve your sleep and fat loss results. It also helps resolve acid reflux, blood sugar issues, and the groggy feeling many people wake up with regularly. What you eat at dinner also matters greatly because the wrong foods keep insulin elevated all night long. A 12-month study showed a very simple dietary rule produced impressive and consistent fat loss results overall. Participants ate at least 6 grams of protein and 2 grams of fiber per 100 calories eaten. The average weight loss over 12 months was 14 pounds. The top performers lost 28 pounds total. 78% of that weight lost was pure fat, not muscle, which is critically important for health. Protein keeps you full and increases the number of calories your body burns during digestion every single day. Fiber slows digestion, controls blood sugar, and lowers insulin response, which directly supports overnight fat burning significantly. Build your dinner around clean protein sources like chicken, salmon, lentils, or eggs for the best results. Add high-fiber, non-starchy vegetables like broccoli, Brussels sprouts, spinach, or raw carrots to complete the meal. Avoid white bread, white rice, and regular pasta at dinner because they spike insulin almost immediately after eating. Those refined carbohydrates extend fat storage mode into your sleep window and also trigger cravings later at night. Now let us talk about night fasting, because it is one of the most powerful fat-burning strategies available. Most people practice intermittent fasting by skipping breakfast, but the research suggests flipping this model is far better. A study of nearly 1,000 adults over 50 found a very clear and surprising pattern in data. Those who finished eating earlier in the evening had 53% lower odds of being overweight overall. Those who skipped breakfast instead of dinner were over 3 times more likely to be obese in comparison. A separate clinical trial found that eating only between 8 in the morning and 2 in the afternoon worked powerfully. Participants lost 5.7 pounds in just 8 weeks, which was double the weight of evening eaters. Skipping dinner lets insulin drop hours earlier, giving your body a longer uninterrupted window of pure fat burning. The less energy spent on digestion at night, the more your body focuses on burning stored fat instead. You do not have to skip dinner every night. Start with 2 or 3 nights per week initially. Make lunch your largest and most satisfying meal of the day when you practice this night fasting approach. You remain active after breakfast and lunch to burn that fuel, but you have no activity after dinner. That is the key metabolic advantage of night fasting, compared to the traditional breakfast-skipping intermittent fasting approach. Now let us move to supplements, because 2 of them have strong clinical evidence supporting nighttime fat-burning results. The first is apple cider vinegar, and it has real science behind it, not just anecdotal health claims. In a 12-week study, participants taking 1 to 2 tablespoons daily lost between 2 and 4 pounds consistently. They also trimmed 1.5 to 2 centimeters from their waistlines without changing diet or exercise habits. Apple cider vinegar works by improving insulin sensitivity and slowing gastric emptying after meals, which flattens blood sugar. Lower post-meal blood sugar means lower overnight insulin, which directly supports fat burning during your sleep window nightly. Mix 1 tablespoon into a full glass of water and drink it 15 to 30 minutes before your last meal. Always dilute it, because straight apple cider vinegar can damage tooth enamel when consumed undiluted over time regularly. Adding a pinch of baking soda neutralizes some acidity and makes it easier on your digestive system generally. If you experience burning or discomfort, consider capsule form as a gentler and equally effective alternative option instead. The second supplement is moringa, and the clinical data behind it genuinely surprised me when I first reviewed it. In a controlled clinical study, participants taking a moringa-based blend lost nearly 12 pounds in 16 weeks total. The placebo group lost less than 2 pounds in the same time period, making the difference 6 times greater. Participants also gained lean muscle, reduced waist size by 2 inches, and made no extreme dietary changes whatsoever. Moringa contains chlorogenic acid, which activates brown fat and promotes the breakdown of stored white fat in the body. It is also rich in B vitamins and natural fiber, which support metabolic rate and help control appetite effectively. What makes moringa especially useful for nighttime fat burning is its support for melatonin production in the brain. It also calms brain pathways that promote deeper sleep, compounding every other fat-burning habit covered in this video. For best results, take moringa 30 to 60 minutes before bed, so it can support your sleep onset naturally. Always choose organic whole leaf powder over extracts, because the full nutrient profile is significantly richer in whole form. Extracts lose much of the fiber, B vitamins, and antioxidants that make moringa effective for both fat loss and sleep. When you stack even 3 or 4 of these habits consistently, your body's overnight fat burning changes significantly and measurably. Sleep is not passive rest. It is active, hormonal, metabolic work that your body does every single night automatically. Your job is simply to remove the obstacles and give your body the conditions it needs to do that work. Darkness, cool temperature, consistent timing, the right last meal, and targeted support make all the difference overnight for you. If this video gave you a clearer, more scientific way to think about fat loss, please hit the like button now. Subscribe to Real Health Logic so you never miss content built entirely on evidence, not trends or empty health claims.